And let's go. So just in case you missed it, just as I was saying a minute ago, for the session, you want to have a chair so that we can do some stretches with the chair. And you also want to have access to a wall or a door or something secure that isn't going to fall over if you want to push against it. And we're doing our forward splits today. Lovely. Okie dokie. Let's start with our 4 big deep breaths, taking it in through your nose and out through your mouth, lifting the arms up as we go. Number 1, breathing it in. Exhale, folding yourself forwards. Number 2, and release. Number 3, letting it all go. And number 4, and lovely. Stand yourself up, pull the shoulders back, opening up the chest, and take yourself from one side to the next. Just letting your body gently transfer over from one side to the other. Lovely. Hold yourself to one side, balance, and circle around the ankle. And then change direction of the ankle, taking it in reverse direction. And then switcheroo over to the other side, circle round. And reverse. Perfect. Lovely. Leg 1, lifting it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it to the side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick it out the back for 5, 4. Squeeze the tush. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Switch over to leg number 2, lifting it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kicking it out the back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Nice up knees, tummy nice and tight, rolling around the shoulders. Lovely. And then take a little bit bigger, leading with the elbows. Lovely. And then just the shoulders rolling forwards. Fabulous. And then forward swimming. Perfect. And then let's reach the arms up nice and high and take one arm forward, one arm back. Lovely. And then taking it back up to the top, change direction, other one back, other one forward. Excellent. Lovely stuff. And then shaking it out. Nice soft knees, wrap yourself round, feel a twist in the back, floppy arms, floppy fingers. Feel that lovely twist. Lovely. And then take yourself back square to the front. Lovely. Everything from hips down, stay still. Keep them hips square to the front. And we're just going to twist our upper body from one side to the next. One side to the next. Lovely. Once more each side. And then we'll take everything from shoulders down still, just moving our head from left to right, right to left. Lovely. And then taking it center, ear over to one shoulder, lifting it up, ear over to the other. Up and over, up and over. Lovely. And then from here, take your ear over to one shoulder and then gently roll it around that front semicircle to get to the other side. And then just take it back around that front semicircle. So we're just rolling through the front, just to stretch out the back of the neck, releasing any tension we might be holding there. Lovely. And then lift the head back up on top of the shoulders. Lovely. From here, pull the shoulders up to the ears and then push them back down. Lifting them up, push back down, lift it up, push it down, double time. Ba, 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 ba. Perfect. Bring the palms up to the sky, opening it out, squeeze the shoulder blades at the back, opening up the chest, round and separate the shoulder blades. And open. and round, and open, and round, and open. And this time when we round, interlink the fingers, gently pulling on the arms, separate the shoulder blades, look down to the floor. Lovely. Let go of the hands, interlink the fingers at the back, pull the arms down to open up the shoulders, pull the shoulders down, and then lift the arms up and away. So feeling a stretch in the chest, maybe a bit in the front of the shoulders, maybe if you're looking a bit in the biceps, and then fold yourself forward, bringing your hands all the way up and over, trying to reach, they're trying to get to the floor overhead of you. Lovely. And then gently letting go of the hands, bend the knees, rolling it all the way up, back to the top. Lovely. From here, feet nice and wide, hips from side to side, and then circle around the wrists, taking it all the way up to the top and down the middle. When you get to the bottom, change direction of the wrist, taking it back up and down the middle. Lovely. Interlink the fingers, snicky, snicky, and reverse. Lovely. And give them a little shake. Fold yourself forward. Hands come down. Keep the hips going from side to side. And then taking it back up again. Lovely. Bending the knees. Pelvis tucks under. Squeeze the tush. And then taking it back. Under and squeeze. Taking it back. Under and squeeze. And then let's circle it all the way around. Gorgeous. And change the direction, all the way around. Good. Lovely. Reaching all the way up. Fold yourself forward. Hands come down. Feet nice and wide. And we're going to bend one leg. Feel the stretch on the inner thigh. And then taking it up and over to the other side. Taking it each deeper and deeper as you start to feel more comfortable in the stretch. Up and over. Up and over. Lovely. And then from here, what I want us to do is go through the middle. But we're going to do it slightly different from what our usual routine is. So what I want us to do is go through the middle, flex up our foot, roll ourselves round, try to straighten the front leg, re-bend. Take it back to the centre. Scooch over, flex up your foot, roll into lunge, straighten, re-bend. Centre, over, round, straighten, lunge, centre. Lovely. And just take this in your own time, in your own pace, and you'll notice the more you do, the easier it becomes and the hotter you become. Not necessarily in looks, but you know, I could argue that you would look hotter when you've started to get warmer. But I did mean your muscles will start to significantly warm up. Lovely. And if you would like to take this into an even more of a challenging, you can take it without the hands in the scooch over. I recommend the hands for balance when you do the lunge to straight leg. Really nice, guys. Okay, last one on each side. Lovely. And then take yourself back over to side number one. Bring yourself over and take the hips up and down. Good stuff there, guys. Bring yourself up to your standing lunge. Find the balance. Reach the hands up. Pelvis tucks under. Push down into the hips. Lovely. Reach all the way forward. Chest glues on. Hands frame your front foot. Lower the back knee down, untuck that front toe. And then we're going to straighten and rebend our front leg. Let's straighten and make sure it goes fully straight. Feel free to shuffle that ankle forward if it feels more comfortable. And rebend. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Tuck the toe under at the back. Push your back leg straight, squeeze the quad to make sure it stays straight, and then we're going to straighten that front leg again. Keep your chest glued to your front leg, and flex up your front foot. Let's really make the most out of the stretch. Now I've got a flexible foot. It isn't fully straight, but it's getting there, it's getting there. Keep the chest glued on, rebend. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, And one. Lovely. Lower the back knee down. Hopefully that felt a little bit easier because you could get into it a bit deeper because of the previous movements. Straighten out that front leg. Square out your hips. Tilt the pelvis slightly out so that you can deepen the stretch in the back. Big deep breath in. Exhale, folding it forwards. Lovely. And just really enjoying this big, beautiful stretch all down the back of that front leg. Lovely. Lord knows it's going to enjoy this again and again today. Lovely. Oh my gosh, guys, you cannot smell this, but the smell of barbecues has just come through my windows. I'm so jealous. I'd love to have a barbecue. Love halloumi. OMG. Barbecue halloumi is the best. Lovely. Plant that foot down and sweet corn. Lovely. Bringing yourself into your low lunge position, pushing down into the hips. Place one hand either side of your front leg, and let's do our hip circles. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change direction. 5, 4. Really getting down to the niggly bits. 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. From here, take 2 hands to the inside of your front leg. Shuffle your foot slightly to the side, so it's just underneath your shoulder or just on the outside of your shoulder. And I want you to roll onto the blade of your foot. So you're taking your knee out to the side. I'll show you what I mean face on. So I'm in this position. Get my foot there. So it's just on the side of my shoulder, knees coming out, rolling onto the blade of my foot. And I should just sink into my hips here. Keep that chest lifted and pulling forward. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Lovely. And then if you wish to, you can take it into a deeper stretch by taking it down into your elbows. Try to keep your chest lifted and pulling forward. So don't round over and lift your hips up higher. I want you to really kind of like push your chest through so it helps deepen the hip, deepen the stretch in the hip. Lovely. And just breathe, breathe, breathe. Lovely. Making sure we're keeping that head lifted, nice long neck. Fabulous, good. From here, I want you to tuck your toe under at the back. So you're still in your low position, or you might be on full left arms, that's also fine. Still pushing in with your foot. I want you to bring your back leg of your toes underneath at the back, and we're going to straighten and rebend your back leg. So keeping nice and low, we're just going to straighten the back leg, squeeze the butt cheek, and then relax it back down. And again, and relax. And third one, and relax. Lovely. If you did go down, take yourself back into full length arms and reshuffle your foot back so it's back on the foot. Lovely. Tuck your toe under at the back, lift your hips up and open yourself out to the front. Really good there, guys. Roll yourself over to the other side. And let's take ourselves into our lunge position. Gently taking the hips up and down. Lovely. Push through the front leg, take yourself into your standing lunge. Find the balance, reach the hands up, pelvis tucks under, push down into the hips. Lovely. Reach all the way forward. Chest squeeze on your front leg, hands frame that front foot, lower the back knee down, untuck that toe, and then from here, I'm just going to shut the back side, put them right in my front. And then from here, we're going to straighten and rebend that front leg. Make sure that you're getting your leg as straight as possible, flexing up your foot, and you might want to shove your ankle forward if that feels better. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Take the toe under at the back, push your back leg up straight, glue your chest onto your front leg, make sure that does not move, and then from here we're going to straighten out that front leg and then rebend. Take up your front foot flexed as well for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Lower the back knee down. Lift yourself upright, straighten out that front leg, flex up your front foot, squeeze the quad, make sure it's super straight. Lift yourself up, tilt the pelvis out if you want to have a deeper stretch. Fold yourself forward. Just having this big, beautiful stretch all down the back of that front leg. Might feel it a little bit in the calf as well, that's totally fine. Lovely. I can already feel, I don't know if you're the same, you can already feel which side, which leg feels looser. My hamstring on this side feels way tighter than my hamstring on my other one. I don't know what I've done to do it more lopsided to such an extremity, but hey ho, we'll even them out today. Lovely. And then let's plant that foot down. Transition your weight through into a low lunge, pushing down into your hips. Lovely, good. And let's place one hand either side of that front leg and do a hip circles. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely stuff. Then take 2 hands over to the inside of your front leg. I'm just going to reshuffle so it's clear for you to see. You don't need to move. And then from here, roll onto the blade of your foot. So shuffle your foot to the outside, so it's just kind of like around, just outside of your shoulder. Roll it onto the blade of your foot so that your pinky is down to your little toe down towards the floor, big toe facing up to the sky, dropping your knee out to the side. And we're just going to hold it here first, keeping that chest lifted, pull the shoulders down, and just breathing into the hips. Lovely. Now, if you wish to here, you can take it into a deeper stretch by taking yourself down into your elbows. Just be conscious if you're going into your elbows that you're not rounding the back because that will lift your hips up. So keep your chest lifted and pulling you forwards. Feeling that pushing down into your hips, deepening and stretching the hips. One more big breath in here. Exhale. Lovely. And then from here, we're going to tuck the toe under at the back. So let me show you from the side. Get in position. You're welcome to either stay in your elbows or come up into full length arms, whichever feels best for you and your body today. Tuck your toes under at the back, and we're going to straighten and rebend. So we're squeezing the quad. So let's straighten, squeeze the butt cheek, lift it high, and then relax and lift and squeeze. Relax. Try and keep your hips as low as before. And last one, squeeze and relax. Lovely stuff, guys. Take yourself back into full length arms if you were on your elbows. Bring your weight into your back knee and then semicircle yourself around so you're landing on all fours. Have a little reshuffle. Make sure your wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Start with the tailbone. Tailbone tucks under, round the back, separate the shoulder blades, look down to the floor. Lovely. And then reverse it. Tailbone faces up, pushing through the shoulders, squeezing them together at the back, looking up to the sky. Lovely. And then chucking it back under. Really squeeze the pelvic floor here. Pull the tummy button up into the spine. And reverse, opening it out the other way. Imagine your tailbones trying to reach the top of your head. And then let's roll the rib cage round in a circle. Getting through all those lovely spaces. Lovely. And reverse, take it the other way. Lovely. Good. Fabulous stuff. So, from here, I want to start a little bit more in our hips. I'm actually going to start, I know we've done some more intense stretches in our hips, but I want us to start with a bit more of a gentler one, and then I'm going to build it up into something that's quite intense. So, we'll see how we go. I want you to take yourself onto your butt, bring your feet down, lie yourself down onto your back, and then lengthen out your legs. So we're just lying on our back, nice and comfortably. And then I'm going to start with my left leg. I'm going to bring my knee in towards my chest, as high towards my chest as possible. Okay, and then my other leg is just relaxed. So everything in my body is relaxed, and I'm just bringing my knee in towards my chest. I can hold it on my hands, hold it with my hands on my knee or anywhere on the leg, whatever feels most comfortable. And then what I want you to do from here is just draw gently small little circles with your knee. So basically we're just rotating our knee round, drawing a circle with our knee, and it'll help you to start to ease into the hips, start to really warm up all of the little muscles around the joint. Lovely. And as you begin with, start with small circles, and then as it feels comfortable to do so, you can take it a little bit wider, a little bit bigger. Lovely, good. And then change direction, starting again with small circles in this new direction, and then taking it into bigger circles as it feels more comfortable, more fluid in the area. Lovely. Good stuff, guys. Fabulous. Lovely, good. And then from here, I want you to bring that knee back to a static position, and I want you to straighten your leg. Now, obviously, your knee's not going to stay near your chest unless you're super bendy today. And what I'm going to do with my leg, I'm just going to relax my arms. I'm just going to lift my leg up and down. So I'm going to take it back down to the floor and then lift it straight back up and down. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep it super straight. 4, squeeze the quad to make it as straight as possible. 3, 2, 1. Hold it here, hold it as high as it can go, feeling that nice big stretch, making sure that we are keeping that leg straight. Squeeze the quad to make sure it's straight and not bent, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Lovely. And then I'm going to bend my knee, taking it out to the side. So I'm going to take my knee out to the side, and then I'm going to try and straighten my leg, and I'm going to try and pull it towards my face. So I'm kind of like in a Y shape, really. So my leg is making one part of the Y, my other foot is the stand, and then my body is the final Y position. So you might feel a stretch on the inner thigh here, but I also want you to be pulling it towards your face, so you'll feel a stretch on the back of the leg as well. Lovely, good. And just holding it here, you can flex up your foot for a deeper stretch, and you can reach with your outside arm. So if you've got your, for example, if you've got your left leg up, pulled up next to your face, you can reach with your right hand all the way up over your head to try and catch your foot and try and pull it in that way. So it's kind of pulling you up and over. Lovely. And hold for another 3, 2, 1. And relax. Lovely. Bend the knee and bring it back in. Lovely. And take that foot down. Doesn't that hip feel like it's had a lot of work done? Mine does. Lifting up the other leg. So I'm now moving on to my right leg, but it's just leg number 2. And we're going to start with our small circles, easing it gently round in nice small circles to start with. And then as you start moving and feeling more comfortable, you might feel confident to take it into bigger movements. If it feels clicky or clunky in any way at all, take it back to a smaller circle. I certainly find that I've definitely got one hip that feels more clicky than others. In fact, it's my right hip. I'm pretty confident that every single time I get out of bed in the morning, my right hip clicks. So it's just listening to it and making sure we're just being really careful with it. And if it is feeling clicky or clunky, just take it into a smaller circle to begin with as it warms up. And then if it does feel okay, take it into a bigger position, bigger, wider circles. Lovely. And reverse, take it the other way, starting small and then taking it bigger. And just because you've started doing circles already, you might still find it very different going in the opposite direction. I know for me, I've certainly got one way that I much prefer. My hips move much better in one direction than the other. Lovely. Just taking it into bigger circles as you feel comfortable to. Lovely. Good. Last circle. And then bring the knee into your chest, keeping it static, and then we're going to straighten out that front leg. Obviously, it won't stay near your chest. Keep it super straight, and then we're going to drop it down, hovering it just above the floor, and then lifting it back up again. Let's go. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it at the top, giving a little pull in, making sure it's super straight, squeezing the quad. You can flex up your front foot if you want it to be a bit deeper. Make sure that your butt is still pushing down to the ground. Lovely. And breathe. And exhale. Lovely, good. Bending the knee, I want you to take it out to the side so your knee is dropping to the side of your body, same as we did on the other side. And then we're going to gently try to straighten your leg. And then I want you to bring it in towards your body. So you'll feel a stretch on the inner thigh, and then as you pull it closer towards your body, you'll also feel the stretch coming down into your hamstring, maybe a bit in your glute as well. And if you feel it, you can feel the tightness in your leg. If you just have a little feel of your leg and your hamstrings, you can feel where it feels tense. Make sure that you're keeping your legs straight. And again, as before, if you're feeling nice and flexy, you might be able to reach with the opposite hand over your head and reach your toes. Mine's not quite as comfortable on this side. Lovely, and holding and breathing, so you can take a little bit deeper. Lovely, and last 3, 2, 1. And then relax, gently bending the knee, and then taking your legs back down. Lovely, good. Lift yourself up so that you can bring yourself up onto your elbows. Now, when you're in this position, make sure that we're not sinking into our elbows, but actually pushing into the ground, so we're actively lifting ourselves up and out. And we're going to do some leg circles. So we're going to take our legs straight, and we're going to take them up through the middle, out and round and down. Now, start with small circles. So if that feels clunky, then take them through smaller circles. But as you feel more comfortable, you can take them wide. My legs did not feel comfortable doing that wide that soon. Okay, so while we're ready, we're going to do 8 in one direction and then 8 in the other. Let's go. Start it small. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lovely. Change direction. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. If you're anything like me, on one direction, I do the smallest circles because my hips just are clunking and not enjoying that direction. In the other way, I feel like I can get really big circles. So that's okay if you're feeling like there's a real difference from one direction to the other. I'm exactly the same. Okay, cool. I'm going to do a little bit more on the hamstring. So I want you to get yourself into an upright seated position. Make sure you're sat on your sitting bones and your pelvis is not rolling under. If you want to, grab yourself some, like a cushion or a book or a yoga block or anything like this to lift your hips higher so that you can make sure that you can stick your butt out. We want it to be sticking out so we can have a nice big stretch. To begin with, I'm going to bring my legs together and my toes pointed. I'm going to be drawing myself up through my spine. And then I'm going to be leaning forward, but I'm not just folding over my legs. I really want to be lifting up, sticking my butt out, tilting my pelvis outwards as much as I can. And what I'm going to be doing is drawing my chest out and along. So I'm trying to get my chest as far forward as possible. Or you might like to think of it as trying to get your tummy button to touch your thighs as far away from your hips as possible. So your tummy button wants to meet your knees. That's how far I want you to be, like reaching up and over. So take a big deep breath in. Exhale, fold, reach it forward, reach. And we're going to hold it here for 2, 3, 4, and relax. Take it back up. Inhale. Exhale, fold it forward and hold for 2, 3, 4, relax. Lovely. And again, inhale and fold. Hold for 2, 3, 4, relax. Last one, here we go. And go forwards, hold for 2, 3, 4, relax. Lovely stuff, good. From here, bend your knees, take yourself up to standing. I want to just do a little stretch on our calves before we do it again. So take a big step forward, nice big lunge forward, push your back ankle down into the floor, bend your front knee, and then you're going to lean forward. So you want to be in a straight line from the top of your head to your back ankle, feeling that beautiful big stretch all the way down your calf. Ah, I really love this stretch. My calves always love a good stretch. Lovely. One more breath here. Fabulous. And then release. Take it into a slightly closer together stance, keeping your leg the same as your back leg. So I'm about a 1 foot difference between my feet. My feet are parallel, and so in line with my hips. So they're not in line with one another, they're in line with my hips. I'm going to bend my knees and just bring my weight directly down in between my knees. And I should feel, balance in between my legs. You should feel the stretch in your soleus, which is at the bottom of your calf, just underneath, right at the bottom of your leg. We're just going to hold it here. If you don't feel much of a stretch, don't worry. It's normally you only feel a stretch if you use your soleus a lot, and it's quite common to not use it that much. So don't worry if you don't feel a stretch at all, that's okay. Lovely. And release. Now from here, take yourself over to a sofa or a wall. I'm going to use my sofa because it's quite conveniently right next to me. I'm going to bring my same leg, so the leg that's been at the back, so mine's my right foot. I'm going to bring my toes and my ball of my foot against the wall or my sofa, plant my heel into the floor, and then push my leg straight, and then maybe lean forward. So I'm deepening my calf stretch. Now it's the same side, so I'm keeping the same on one leg and just really taking it into that deeper stretch here. Lovely stuff. Last breath. And relax. Fabulous. Lovely. Let's switch over to the other calf. So start with your leg, the leg that you want at the back, and then take a lovely big step forward, planting your heel to the floor, bend your front knee, leading it forward, keeping a straight line from the top of your head all the way to the back of your ankle. Lovely. Just this lovely big stretch in the calf. And it's really important to stretch your calves when we do our splits, because your calves are overlap the back of your knee and overlap your hamstrings. So if your calves are tight, it can also reduce your hamstrings flexibility. So it's really good just to make sure we stretch out the calves as well. Lovely. And release. Bring your feet closer together, about a foot's distance apart. And again, making sure that your feet are in line with your hips. Bring your weight directly down and feel the stretch at the bottom of your calf, underneath your calf, in your soleus muscle. Lovely. This is gross, but I'm going to share it anyway. I have got a pool of sweat building in my lower back. Ew, but fabulous. That's how warm I am. Lovely. Excuse me. And bringing it back up. And again, taking yourself over to the wall or sofa if you've got your sofa. Bring your toes and your ball of your foot onto the wall or the sofa. Ankle pushing into the floor. Straighten out your leg. Lean yourself forward so you can get it into a deeper stretch. Push your hip forward. Having a big old beautiful stretch in the calf. Lovely stuff. Good. One more breath here. And release. Good stuff. Okay. Taking yourself back down to a seated position. Legs out in front of you. And again, making sure we're sat on our sitting bones. Pull away any fleshy butt cheeks that's getting in the way. Make sure your pelvis is tilting out. Neutral at best, out if possible. Anything but rolling under. You don't want to be your pelvis tilting under. So we're going to do the same exercise as we've done before, but we're going to flex up our feet, which is why I wanted to stretch out the calves a little bit before, so then we can get deeper into our hamstring. When we flex our feet, it's really common to soften the knees. It's easier to have flex feet and bend your knees, even though it's a micro bend. So just make sure you're really squeezing your quads, making sure you're keeping your legs as straight as possible. I know it's a little bit more tiring, but it's so worth it. If we're going to do it, we might as well do it properly. Taking a big deep breath in, lengthening the spine, reaching up. Exhale, folding yourself forward, holding it here. 4, 2, 3, 4, relax. Taking it back up, inhale, big deep breath in. Fold it forward, chest leans forward and hold for 2, 3, 4, relax. Lovely. Making sure that you're keeping them legs straight. Inhale and fold for 2, 3, 4, relax. And last one, see if we can go a little bit further. Inhale, fold forward, reach, reach, reach. Keep the legs squeezing for 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Really nice, fabulous stuff. From here, I'm going to take, I'm actually going to do a lying down position to begin with. So I'm going to roll yourself over, bring yourself down onto your tummy. I just want to do the quads before my next bit. So I'm lying on my tummy. I'm going to bend my one leg and then hold on to it. Bring my foot in towards my butt and then push my hip to the floor. So if I'm just holding my foot in, it doesn't really, I mean, it's stretching it mildly. But the moment I push my hip towards the floor, squeeze my butt cheek, I really increase my stretch. If you'd like it to be deeper still, you can lift your knee higher. So you're squeezing so much that you're lifting your knee off the floor. You can also put cushions underneath your knee to make it more supported. Lovely, holding it here. Try keeping your knee in towards, like directly underneath your hip rather than wandering out or wandering around. Lovely. One more breath here. And relax. Lovely. Let go of the leg. Switch over, picking up the other foot. Bending the knee, bringing up the foot towards your butt. Bring your butt in, bring your foot in towards your butt. And then again, engage. Push your hip into the floor. Squeeze that butt cheek. Lift up the knee if you want it to be even a deeper stretch. Lovely, good. Squeezing the butt will really make a difference as well. Even if it's just that one butt cheek, that side, you don't have to squeeze both. But sometimes if you're like, oh, if I squeeze one, they both squeeze, then that's also fine. And holding, and breathing, and just really enjoying this big old stretch all down the front of the thigh, in the quad, and in the hip flexor. Lovely, one more breath. And gently relax and bringing it down. Fabulous, good stuff. Lift yourself up. We're going to take ourselves over to the wall for this next bit. So let me just have a little reshuffle so you can see me. Move my glasses out the way. Okay, cool. So hopefully you can see me. This is against my wall here. If you've got a excuse me, I've got a rat frog in my throat. If you've got a wardrobe or door, that's also fine. So we're going to be doing basically like a split against the wall, or like a three-legged dog if you're doing loads of yoga at the moment. So I'm going to bring my hands towards the floor, place my hands on the floor with my butt facing the wall, and then I'm going to bring my foot behind me, and I'm going to bring my ankle all the way to the back, right, so it's my ankle is touching the floor. That's the wall, sorry. My ankle is touching the wall, and it's touching the floor. From here, I'm going to take my opposite leg and lift it up and try and get the back of my front of my foot to face the wall. You might find that you open yourself out. try to resist that. Try to keep your hips closed as much as you can, keeping your top of your foot against the wall. I can't help but want to say pole there. Wall, wall, wall. From here, you can push into your hands and pull yourself closer and closer to the wall, using it as resistance and bringing and pushing into your hands to help deepen your stretch. Okay, and just walk yourself in as close as you can. I'm going to have a little look while you're doing that. Nice, lovely, good, lovely stuff. Nice, guys. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale, see if you can take it a little bit closer. Good stuff there, really nice. And then gently bringing it down. And then we're going to switch over and do the other foot. Take a little moment, wriggle your wrists if it's feeling intense on your wrists. Give yourself a little moment to make sure your blood's coming back and you're not just feeling lightheaded. If you do have a tendency, if you know when you get up too fast and the room spins, do this really gently because we're going upside down and then back up and upside down and back up. So just take it really gently, otherwise you might feel like you're going to faint. And I don't want that happening. So gently and slowly with the movements. When you're ready, in your own time, we're going to switch over to the other leg. So bring the feet down. The foot that was up before comes ankle to the bottom, to the base of the wall. And then you can switch over and take your foot at the back. And then again, trying to push and keeping the foot straight. And just holding it here for as long as you wish to. Breathing, breathing. Lovely. Looking really nice, guys. Ooh, very good. Really, really lovely. And then in your own time, gently coming back down. Good, good, good. Fabulous stuff. From here, are your wrists okay, Laura? I can see you rolling them round. They're feeling okay? Good. From here, I want you to grab your chair. So I'm going to bring my chair. If you find that actually your hamstrings feel okay and quite deep, then you can lift your foot and place it on the top of the chair. If that feels too challenging and your hamstrings do not want to do that today, then you can take your foot onto the lower part of the chair. But having watched you just do your splits against the wall, I actually think you should all be using the top of your chair because you all look like your legs can do that. But don't worry if you're like, I've got a really high back of your chair, then I will allow that. Now, what I want you to do to begin with, we're going to face the front and have our chair to the side, and then I want you to lift up your leg at the front, twist it, and then place it on. So I don't want you to basically be like, lifting your leg up. I want your leg to be lifting itself up. So you can balance by using the chair as well. Lift your leg up, open it to the side, and then place it on. And maybe it's re-hopple if you need to. I want you to have it so that your, yes, good girls, your ankle is sitting on your chair. Lovely. Now at the moment we've got our hips square to the front. So you might feel it a little bit in the inner thigh, but that's okay. We can cope with this. I want you to draw yourself up, making sure you're not sitting in your hip, pulling yourself up, squeezing the inner thighs. Draw, 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 draw. And then I'm going to reach my outside hand to the opposite one that my leg is on the chair. Reach it out, up, and then over. Lovely. Taking yourself over, maybe sinking your shoulder down towards your knee if you're feeling particularly comfortable in this position. Lovely. Trying to keep your armpit open up to the ceiling. And then release. Bringing it back. Lovely. Now from here, I want to turn. Whoop, try not to lose your balance. Turn so that your hips are square to the front. Making sure that we're again pulling ourselves up, lifting, lengthening. You're not sitting in your hips here. You're not relaxing. Engage. Draw up. Tummy kind of tight, squeeze the pelvic floors, lift up through your head. And from here, we're going to reach up and then fold ourselves forward in this position. You might be able to hold onto your chair and then kind of like pull yourself a little bit closer towards your leg. You can tilt your your pelvis away to deepen your stretch here. Lovely. Good. And keep it holding. See if we can keep our chest close towards our leg. Lovely stuff. And one more breath here. Making sure the leg stays straight. And then gently lifting yourself back up and relaxing. Fabulous. From here, lift your foot up if you can and take it off. Nice. Good. Excellent. Fabulous. And then let's do the repeat on the other side. So I'm square to the front, my chair's to the side. I definitely know I'm not that, my legs aren't that long. Lifting my leg up at the front, take it out to the side and try and place it on. And again, we might be sideways. We're still facing the front or back if you're having to twist around. So we'll feel a stretch on the inner thigh to begin with. From here, drawing up, don't sit in those hips, draw up, squeeze the inner thigh, lifting up through the top of your head, reach the outside hand, reach it up and stretching it over. Trying to get your shoulder to come down in front of your knee. Lovely, good, big, big, big stretch. Making sure you're not rolling forward, keeping that chest open, armpit trying to reach to the sky. Lovely, and then taking yourself back over. Take yourself round so you're square towards your leg. Maybe a little hop if you need to. Lovely stuff. So now I'm square facing my chair. I'm going to take a big deep breath in. Draw myself up, squeeze my pelvic floor, lift up out of my hips, draw up through the top of my head, folding myself forward over my front leg. Lovely. Keeping that leg straight, tilting the pelvis away if you want a deeper stretch. Think about tilting it out so that you're lengthening out that hamstring and then folding yourself over. Maybe you can bring your nose towards your leg and just breathing, breathing, breathing. Lovely, making sure you're keeping that leg straight. One more breath here. Lovely. And then gently bring yourself back upright. Lift the leg up and up. Fabulous stuff there, guys. Bringing your chair out of the way. I'm going back to the wall. So I've just done that extra little bit of a stretch on the hamstrings. I'm returning to the wall. Hopefully you can see me that okay. I'm going to start with the leg that felt worse the first time you did it. So start with your side that you know you want to give a bit more love to. So I'm going to start with my right leg at the back. Which side now am I doing? Yeah, my right foot goes to the bottom. That's the side that's more challenging for me. So start with the worst side, bring the hands down, bring the ankle to the wall, and then bring that foot up. And then gently, gently easing yourself, pushing into the floor with your hands, bringing your hips ever closer towards the wall. Try your best to keep your hips square. There might be a little bit of turnout, that's okay. Lovely, keep it holding, keep breathing. I'm gonna come and check you all out. Lovely, see if you can straighten that leg a little bit more, the one at the top. Nice, good, big deep breath in. Exhale, see if you can get a little bit closer towards the wall. Really good, really nice. Patricia's in the curtains, Gloucester. Lovely. And then when you're ready, gently coming back down. Gently, gently bringing yourself back up. No big sudden movements because, again, I don't want you passing out. Lovely. Take a little moment, let the blood recirculate so it's not all rushing to your head. Good. And when you're ready, in your own time, we're going to switch it over to the other leg. Feel free to take a few minutes, grab some water if you need to. Or when you're ready, we're going to switch it over. So that's probably the side that feels more comfortable for you. So bringing the hand to the floor, ankle to the back, leg up, and bringing yourself in towards the wall. And gently doing it, holding it in position. Lovely, guys, really nice. And breathing. Good, good. So if we can get that back leg straight. Let's take one more really big deep breath in. And as we exhale, feel like our muscles are melting and we might be able to get ourselves a little bit closer. Really nice. And then when you're ready, gently, gently, gently coming back down and gently bringing yourself back to. Fabulous. Really, really nice. Okie dokie. So for our final little moment, we're going to do our full splits in the middle of the room. Now, if you find, I know that we've mentioned this before, if you find that you're rolling over and you can't keep your back straight and it's difficult to like prop your arms up, then you might want to grab like 2 chairs or a chair and a sofa or the banister or a wall and a chair, so that you can basically, so if I've got 2 chairs, I can then, as I'm bringing a leg forward and back, I can hold myself up more upright and more supported, as opposed to if I'm bringing my hands to my floor and I feel like I'm coming out of frame. So feel free to grab some chairs so that you can kind of better hold yourself, because that can feel nice and supported when you're going into your splits position. I might do the same actually. Oh, I'll come and join you. Okay, so what I want us to do to begin with is start on our side we don't like as much. So we're starting on the worst side, or the side that needs more love. That's where I like to refer it. Okay, so if you're doing the 2 chairs like me, then you can bring your hands onto them to begin with and straighten out the leg for the side that you normally know isn't as comfortable for you. And then you can start to gently lift, put your weight into your arms and slide your front foot along and your back foot back. If you're not using your chairs, then you can just put your weight in your hands on the floor, or maybe you've got 1 chair and that will help to support you. Lovely. I want you to really try and keep your hips as square as possible. So if you notice that your knee starts to roll out to the side at the back, or if your foot at the back starts to roll onto the inside of your foot, then just re-lift up and then start to slide forward again. Okay, keep breathing, breathing, breathing in this position. Lovely, good. I want you to visualize someone who's got your foot at the front, although this does sound a bit torturous. Someone's got your foot at the front and they're pulling it forward, and someone's got something at the back and it's pulling it backwards. So you're lengthening out, pulling from one side to the other. Lovely. We're going to hold it here for 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. Keep it breathing. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Big deep breath in. Exhale, so if you can sing that a little bit lower. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Lovely. Gently taking yourself back together. Really, really nice there, guys. I think that was the best right split I've done in bloody ages. I'm very happy with that. Hopefully you're feeling happy with your progress today as well. Switching it over to the other leg. Now this should be our preferred side. Starting with the leg forward, getting into your position. Sliding the front leg forward, sliding the back leg back. Maybe you can take yourself into your elbows if you're popping up on chairs and sofas, or you're in your hands if you're on the floor. That's absolutely fine. Lovely. And again, just trying to make sure that you're keeping your hips as square as possible. If there's a little turnout, that's okay. Just being wary of that. Lovely. I'm trying to make sure that your legs are keeping as straight as possible. Try to avoid any micro bends. Lovely. Big deep breath in. Exhale it out. See if we can go that little bit slower, a little bit deeper into it. And let's hold for 30, 29, 28, 27. You're doing great, guys. 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Big deep breath in. Exhale. Let's see if we can go that little bit deeper. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Really, 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 really nice. Gently lifting yourself back up and together. Fabulous. Really good, guys. I'm so proud of y'all. I hope you felt like you felt, oops, just knocking my furniture around. Felt like you could really feel a difference there, and that it made, you could feel like you're progressing, even if, and it's the thing with splits, you don't always feel like every time you visit them that you've got deeper necessarily. Sometimes you do, and that's a brilliant day. Like I've just had my right split felt deeper, and that was quite exciting and a bit of a surprise. But that doesn't happen every single time. For most of the time, I feel like I've stayed in the same place. And then sometimes I feel like I've got a bit better. Sometimes I feel like I've stepped backwards. So it doesn't matter where, whatever it's felt like today, still take away that feeling of I've progressed on my splits. I've worked towards them. That, you know, that's progress in itself. Even though it might not be your best splits, it is progress and working towards them. But hopefully you've had a day where it's felt like you can visually or physically feel that difference. But if it's not that day, don't feel deflated. It still counts. It still means that you're lengthening out your muscles. It just might mean that you've got tenser muscles today. That's all. So don't feel deflated if you're like, oh, I don't feel like I've got that much deeper. That's okay. You are still stretching and lengthening your muscles. So good on you guys. Let me come and check in with you all and see. Oops, no, not that button. See how